What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. And we got face cam. But today we on 2K21 next gen, and I wanted to go over a few things in this video. So I was gonna go over how to call plays, how to use the favorite plays feature so that you can call plays faster, as well as assign a play to a specific player so that every time you run that play, it runs for that player. I was also gonna go over freelances, briefly explain what a freelance is and how to use it in game, as well as a series and how freelances and series are very similar, but I was gonna explain the differences between the two, and also show you how you could get the play diagrams and all the arrows on the court, so that every time you run a play or a freelance or whatever, you know what to do, where to pass, where to go, and stuff like that. So that being said, let's get into it. So we could actually start with how to get the arrows on the court as you're playing. So what you want to do is get to your coaching settings. So since I'm in scrimmage mode, I have to go to substitutions and then go to coach settings. But you can do this from the main menu. Go to features and then coach settings. And you want to turn play offensive play vision to all plays and Playvision display to full, and this would make it so where anytime you call a play or a freelance or a series or anything, all the markers and the arrows and all that stuff will appear on the court, so you know what you're doing. So now I'm gonna show y'all how to call the play. So what you want to do is press LB or L1 and then press the button of the play you want to call the play for. So I want to call the play for Clay. Press B and then use the triggers to cycle through the playbook and pick a play. So I'll pick that one and then run it. Warriors playbook coming soon. Stay tuned. So now I'm gonna go over the favorite plays feature. So what you want to do, since I'm in image mode, I have to go to substitution, then go to offensive settings. When you're in the game, it'll be, you'll go under game plan and then offensive settings and scroll down until you see play selection. And this year they added bench plays and starter plays, so you can change, or like you can have different plays for your bench than you do your starters, which I guess is cool. So we just gonna go starters right here and then press A. And I'm gonna remove some of these. Just press X or circle. I mean, not circle, square to remove them. And then we can add some of our plays that we want. So add that, and you can also assign these plays to a certain player so that every time you run the play, it'll run for that player. So let's say quick 32 horns, I assign that to Curry. Every time I call this play through the favorite plays menu, it will always run for Curry. And I could do the same thing for this one. Actually, I want to call this one for Wiggins. And you could also just leave it blank. If you leave it blank, I'm not 100% sure what determines who gets the shot, but I think it also depends on the play it is. So like, I know like if you put floppy, really floppy, most of the times the person that has the highest 3-point rating that doesn't have the ball will get the shot. As far as like ISO 12 high or like some of the plays in like the team's playbooks, I'm not really 100% sure what determines who gets the shot. But we just gonna leave it blank for now. And now when you're in the game, you want to press left on the D-pad and the menu will pop up. Then you can just scroll through, and let's say I want to run that play, so you run that for Curry. you can call plays way faster doing this, and you can also just have it so where a certain play, you call a certain play and that player will get the ball no matter what. And you can also use it to assign a play to a player that may not have access to a certain play. So there's a thing called play priorities, which determines what plays each player has available to them. So let's say there was a cutting play that I wanted Klay Thompson to score off of, but he doesn't have cutter priority. I can just assign that play to him, and every time I call that play through the favorite plays menu, it'll run for Klay, even though he doesn't naturally have access to that play. So here's an example of what I mean. I started up a real game, and if you go to game plan, then scroll down to assign plays, you can see, all right, someone like Curry, you see priority 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the plays that he has access to. So if I wanted to run a cutter play for him, if I was just to press like RB and then press his icon, the cutter play wouldn't be available to him because he doesn't have cutter priority. So I can just go into the offensive settings and then edit plays and add cut to slice alley and assign it to Curry. So that way, if I call this play through the favorite plays menu, he will have access to that play when he normally wouldn't. You can also change the priority. So if I was to go back to Curry, I can change one of these priorities to anything and basically just give him cutter priority so that when I press LB and go through the playbook, he will have access to these plays. But sometimes you might not want to do that. So you could just keep it how it is, and then I might just want to assign just one play to him instead of changing this. I can just assign one play to him from a priority that he doesn't have, so I won't mess up anything else that I potentially want him to run. Now we're gonna get into the freelances, and a freelance is just basically a set of motions that can trigger anytime you come up the court, and those motions will be exactly the same depending on where you're standing on the court. And freelances are not really meant to get a specific shot for a specific player. It's more so to give your offense structure. You'll have a lot more ball movement and player movement so that offense isn't stagnant. You'll know where you'll get your shots from. You can use it to get more ideal floor spacing as well as play to the strengths of your roster. So in order to call a freelance, normally you will go to game plan, offensive settings, and then freelance. But for whatever reason, if you do it through the menu like this, nothing happens when you go in the game. So what you want to do is call a timeout and then set the freelance from there. So press X, press Y, and then sets. Okay. Choose your freelance. So like I said, the actions are exactly the same every time depending on where you stand on the court. So I know that every time I stand on the wing, whoever's in the corner opposite of me is going to run through 2 screens and come up to the top of the key. So right here, like I said, every time I stand on the wing, whoever's opposite corner is going to run through 2 screens and come up to the top. But this time it's Andrew Wiggins. It's not Klay Thompson. So like I said earlier, it's not really designed to get you a specific shot for a specific player. It's more so just giving your offense structure and knowing where you're going to get shots from. So now we're going to go over a series, and a series is just a series of plays that get called automatically every time you come down the court on offense. And the plays look similar to each other, and to the defense they'll look the same, and you'll have like similar spacing, similar actions, but there's something that's just a little bit different between each play. So the defense will think that you're doing the same thing, but you're not, and you can catch them off guard that way. So normally, in order to call a series, you would go to your offensive settings and then series and pick one. But just like the freelance, it doesn't work like that right now. The game is really bugged. So you have to call a timeout in order to um actually have your series run correctly. So for example, going back to like how I said the plays were similar. Let's say you pick the 21 delay series, right? And we go to assign plays, press the trigger, and then press Y. This play catalog shows you all of the plays in the game, right? And if we go to here, pick and roll option, and scroll down, you'll see Fist 21 delay, and Fist 21 delay 2, Fist 21 delay 3, Fist 21 delay 4. These four plays are part of the 21 delay series, and they're very similar to each other. They have similar spacing, similar actions, but each play is a little bit different. So the defense might think you're gonna do one thing and then you do something else and end up scoring. So you can use some of these series to catch people off guard. Also, you can. Well, they also have the favorite plays series as well. So you can just take your favorite plays and make a series, so you don't have to call them every single time you come up to court. You can just have it done automatically. So that's an option. Or you can have um your favorite plays set, but also run a different series so that, maybe your series isn't working, or you don't want to run your favorite plays the whole game. You just want to use them for certain situations, and you don't want the defense to like get a feel of like your favorite plays and what you're doing. You can use a series and then just have your favorite plays in your back pocket for whenever you want. So that's another option as well. Also, you want to go into your coach settings. You can do that through here, or you can just go coach settings down here, go all the way to the bottom, and you see freelance series order. You can have static or dynamic. So static means that it'll happen in order every single time. Dynamic means it'll just pick a random play from the series. You also have do not repeat or repeat on success. So do not repeat, whether you make or miss the shot, it'll go on to the next play in the series. Whereas repeat on success, it'll repeat on success. So if you score on a certain play, it'll call that exact same play the next offensive possession. So um let's get in, show you some examples. So I'm gonna call a timeout, press Y. So you see here, my freelances, that's my freelance. But down here to primary focus, you want series. And then let's go 21 delay series. So in order to get here, you just press RT and then primary focus series, and then pick whatever series but I'm just using 21 delay series as an example right here. And you can have your freelance and your series basically running at the same time. So the first possession, um, is not gonna run your series. It's gonna run your freelance. So I'm gonna just let them score right here. Come on. Okay. This game is trash. Oh my god. But look, as you can see, look, fist 21 delay on the top right. And notice the spacing. So you get this action right here. Got me. So now we have fist 21 delay 2. As you can see, it looks almost the same. We have the same spacing, the same kind of action, but this time he doesn't actually set the screen for me. He just does whatever. And let's say the play doesn't work. The offense goes straight into my freelance and I could potentially get a shot. I'm playing on pro right now. It's still on pro. I haven't changed any settings or anything. That's probably why I'm making shots with Draymond Green. Alright, so now we got fist 21 delay 3. And as you can see, the spacing is very similar actions, but now he's not gonna set the screen for me. He's just gonna say corner. I messed up the play, but you get the idea. Now again, fist 21 delay 4. I'm passing it too late. I don't know what's supposed to happen. So now we back at fist 21 delay, and it'll just keep doing the same thing. I pressed the wrong person. Alright, so let's say I don't create a shot. The offense goes directly into my freelance, and I get a wide open shot. So you can use freelances and a series at the same time. And I also noticed with the series is that when a defense scores and you take the ball out and bring up the court, it'll call a play from your series pretty much every time. But if you force a miss or you get a steal or something and you're in transition, the game won't make the players go to a certain spot to run a play from the series. It'll just actually let you run in transition and just let you do whatever you want. And if you can't create a shot, it'll go into your freelance, so it won't call a play on defensive stops and misses most of the time. Now in one of those clips I did get the rebound, but I didn't push the ball. I just stayed back and pushed it up really slow. So if you do force a miss and you don't push the ball, you just walk the ball up really slow and the defense is set, then it'll call a play from the series. But if you're running in transition, it won't. It'll just let you do whatever you want. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope this helped you. These could be very useful tools in Play Now or My Team. Unfortunately in my career you can't do most of the stuff. The only thing you can really do in my career is call plays. But in My Team, this could be a very big help, whether it's against regular people or just doing a lot of those like challenges where the computer just basically cheats. So like I said, I hope this helped you. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more content.